give you my tips on things that I think age women more than anything. And I'm nearly 50, and I think I look okay. I do have areas that I know I am aging, like I've got quite hooded lids and my neck is getting a bit jowly. But aside from that, there are other things that I think are mistakes that a lot of women make. I think after a certain age, like, women are expected to be well turned out. I think younger girls have a slightly more creative, freer vibe. And I was thinking about this morning because I dress, a bit kind of shabolically. But I think it makes me feel younger and look younger, even though I'm not following a particular trend. It's just that I'm not well put together. Because I think that ages you, because people think you look older if you're always made up and your hair's perfect. And the scruffier I got, I think the younger I look. Longer.
I don't know about that.
I'm not a massive fan of wearing a lot of makeup, but the things that I've noticed that I've had to change about wearing makeup are these even. When I draw my eyebrows, because I've got hardly any eyebrows, I don't have them done. But anyway, I do draw them in because they're very pale. I draw them out now. I used to draw them down with the shape of my eyebrow, but I realised it closes the shape of my eye. Now I draw them out. See how that draws that line? The eye line out? Yeah, that widens your face and it gives the illusion of having more volume. Yeah. Same with the eyes. I don't put so much eyeliner underneath.
Well, kudos to her for not put on a whole lot of makeup, especially at her age. That's one thing I can't stand at any age for these females is when they cake on the makeup, and and fortunately she hasn't done the lip fillers or the duck lips or anything else. So good. I mean, I don't know about her dressing kind of shaggy like that. What did she say? Shambolically? Shambiolically? I don't know. We don't have that term here in the U.S. We just call it dressing raggedy. But she doesn't need to go to that extent. Just dressing that would kind of be like me dressing like a thrasher, right? They still call them thrasher, skater boys.
I just do the top, the wing, and draw it out with a fine tip pen. And I tend to just put more mascara on the tips now, not all over. The other thing I've noticed is I've got a beauty spot and a natural one, and it's faded with time. It used to be really dark. I draw that back in because after I put my makeup on, it disappears. So I draw it back in, and it makes, it looks brighter. The other thing...
It's funny how these women, as they get older, they obsess more and more about their appearance. And as much as they get on social media and cry about the fact that, men don't appreciate the older women and, men, they're such pigs and all this, it's them who obsess over every tiny detail. And even for those chicks who are getting older, and talk about how age is just a number. No, it's real. I mean, women know intrinsically that their value in society is directly tied to their physical attractiveness, but mostly their youth, right? And once they start to lose their youth, obviously by default they lose their physical attractiveness, and then by default they lose their social value, right? They start to lose their social value. This is why you see mostly it's like older women who are lashing out at the younger generation, like, we got to stop this ageism. We got to turn the tides on the fact that we don't appreciate older women. It's like, okay, why weren't you crying about this, in 1986 when you were, 21? Oh, it didn't matter then. I was at the peak of my power. But now that I've lost my social value, this is important. Check out these wrinkles. This should be beautiful. It shouldn't be frowned upon. Well, it's not if you're married.
Was like blush or highlighter.
Okay, I'm just going to fast forward through this.
The other thing is...
this chick is obviously obsessed with, the fact that she is getting older. And this is common when the woman is single, right? I notice when it comes to married women, they do try to take care of themselves as best as they can as they get older, but they're not obsessing over every little wrinkle and, oh my gosh, I got to draw in my eyebrow all the way here, and if I do this to my face and do this facial yoga, it will it will tighten my face and it won't be so elastic. And oh, I can do these exercises with my chin. No, it's just these chicks who are still on the shelf, man. You know, they still have to like polish themselves up. And it's a lot of work at that age, right? I mean, you know, being a single 50-year-old woman is no fun, man. It's no fun because not only have you lost your social value, you've lost your power over high-value men, but also you're kind of in this weird like contortion of where you know you've lost a lot of your social power and your social value and your physical attractiveness, yet your standards have gone up because society tells you you deserve it, girl. You deserve it, you boss babe, you alpha female. You deserve this high quality guy who's gonna tick and check off all the boxes. You deserve that guy, but here you are. I mean, you could barely get any guy your age, right? And you know, you're trying to get this magical man when you just don't have the goods anymore to trade off. So it's unfortunate, but kudos to her for not doing any plastic surgery.
More volume in your face, more fat, and fat on your face equals youth. The other thing I do,
but yeah, you will.
and that's good.
You don't need to listen more of her. But you don't need to worry about this stuff, ladies, if you just don't stay out there past the age of 30, like I always tell you guys on my channel. Okay, next clip.
Something that still really blows my mind is the rampant ageism that I see on this app every day. And the fact that a lot of times it comes from people who are not that much younger than you. The way that it is normal these days for someone in their late teens or early 20s to call someone in their late 20s or 30s old or washed up or bitter, I just find that really disturbing.
She finds it disturbing because it holds her accountable for staying on the carousel, right? It's very disturbing you hold me accountable. It's very disturbing you try to shame me for sleeping around throughout my 20s and I'm still single and now I can't pair bond with a guy. It's very disturbing that you call me out on that. Don't you dare call me out on that. It's very disturbing.
And even sometimes I get comments like that from other women, and I'll go to their profile just to see what they look like. And sometimes they have their age in their bio, and they're like 5 years younger than me. Like, girl.
Does that mean they're still in their 20s?
I don't get offended when I read comments like that. I get concerned because making fun of somebody for something that you will inevitably experience is a fool's errand, in my opinion. Because what are you going to do when you're 27, 28, 29, 30?
Get married.
You're going to have a nervous breakdown. And I warn you,
not if you're married.
You tie a lot of your self-worth and identity to the fact that you are in your early 20s, you're going to have a very hard time transitioning in life.
Not if you get married.
Just remember that one day, if you're lucky enough, you will be that same age that you make fun of.
But it won't matter if she's married. She won't have to worry about it because the only women that really do get shamed are women that don't have a ring on their finger and are beyond the age of 30. Okay? Because society frowns upon that. Why does society frown upon that? Because throughout time, right, it would tell the person, it would tell others that the reason why she doesn't have a ring on her finger, the reason why she doesn't have a husband or family is because she doesn't know how to give a man what he wants, right? Because she's out there sleeping with a bunch of random men. That's what it tells society, right? And you know what? 99.9% of the time, that is exactly what happened. That is exactly the truth. You are sleeping around and you don't know how to treat a man, right? So why is it disturbing that people are telling you or holding you responsible for what is essentially true? Okay, last one.
At my age, I have the right to remain silent. I just don't have the ability. You see, I was in the grocery store, and I was in the checkout lane with 15 items or less. And in front of me was a young girl, couldn't have been more than 20, 21 years old, who had at least 30, 35 items in her cart.
Yeah.
Now, younger me wouldn't have said anything, would have just let it go, but middle-aged me, I had to say something.
Look out, Karen.
So I leaned over, and I quietly said, excuse me, but this lane is 15 items or less, and it looks like you've got more than 30, so maybe you should be in another lane. Well, if death looks could kill, I would have been dead. But then she proceeded to open her mouth and say, well, maybe if they had senior citizen lines, this wouldn't be a problem for you.
Ooh, ouch.
Oh, no, she didn't. So as she was unloading her stuff on the conveyor belt, and the checkout girl was looking at her, giving her the same look that I gave her, I yelled on the top of my lungs, no, let her go. Apparently math was not her best subject in school, and she must have been voted most likely to get knocked up before high school was over. Don't mess with a middle-aged woman in the grocery store. Like I said, I have the right to remain silent. I just don't have the ability.
I mean, that's so trivial. Why wouldn't you just go to self-checkout? But regardless, yeah, I mean, she does have a point. That is pretty inconsiderate when somebody like brings like 35 items to the 15-item checkout. But I don't really blame the person. I blame the checker who allows that. If the checker allows that, I blame them. Not the person who's trying to go through, because people are going to try to do stuff like that, right? I mean, unfortunately, you know, many people out there can be inconsiderate jackasses, and they'll try to do stuff like that. But I mean, it'd be different if there was like nobody there, or if there was only one checker or whatever. But yeah, that's on the checker not to check them through. I don't even know why she's like getting all bent out of shape about that story. I mean, to the point where she starts like getting into a yelling argument with this young girl. That's usually how people get shot. But regardless, these are the trivial things that will annoy you as a divorced middle-aged woman, which I'm not sure if she is, but certainly sounds like it to me. However, gentlemen, drop your comments below. As always, appreciate it. Don't forget to smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and smash that notification bell for me as well. Helps me out a ton with the YouTube algorithm. As always, this is M from the 33 Secrets signing out. For you guys who want to support my work, best way to support me is just jump into 7 months of mastery, son. Right now it's only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons from me, so take advantage of it. All you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. Just takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I'll see you in my next coaching video. I'm out.